Welcome, or welcome back, or no, welcome back, or welcome if you've never been here before. It is spring, probably my favorite time of the year. Summer also, but there's just something about spring. It's like a fresh new beginning. All the flowers are growing, everything is green. I love it so much. Around like November, December of last year, all of my plants died. It rained once and they all just flooded and they all died. I live in an apartment complex, but I want to grow my own herbs. You know, I use rosemary all the time for my hair. I like to use fresh herbs while cooking, and I just am like obsessed with plants. I love plants so much. I have figured out a cute way to have a bunch of plants, but it also looks organized and isn't like super messy. I'm gonna be showing you guys that today, but you guys are gonna go see me run over to Lowe's and pick out all of the plants that I'm gonna get. Porch area for my apartment complex, and then there's a little fence, and I'm like, if I could get pots that could hang on the fence, I could just put all of my herbs in there. And I found these. They have fence hanging pots at Lowe's and Home Depot and stuff, but I wanted something that looked cooler, and I found these. And these are just, they're rustic, they're beautiful, they are what I needed. Also, I feel like it's just more sustainable than getting a bunch of plastic containers that could break, and like these aren't gonna break. I do think I'm going to run into a dilemma though, where I low-key need to drill holes in the bottom for like the water to drain out, because I definitely think that could be an issue. It goes like this and then they hook on to the fence. One other thing that I got was, you can't see it right now, and I'm going to put this on the wall, and I'm going to be hanging up little pots and just fill them with flowers, succulents. I thought that would just like liven up the area a little bit. We have a bunch of stuff to do. I honestly don't know if I'm gonna get around to actually gardening today because the sun is going down, it's windy outside. I have to drill holes into the bottom. We put this up, like it's summertime, and I'm gonna put like towels and like bikinis to dry off on there. I really want an Instagram picture of like bikinis hanging on there, so I saw a Pinterest picture like that, so that's literally why I'm putting that there. My idea was to put it here. As you guys know, that dog wasn't barking at all until I started filming. I live in an apartment complex. I would die for a garden, so we're gonna work with what we got. I am thankful that I have a porch. I laid down a big giant tarp so that the dirt doesn't like get everywhere. I drilled like 6 holes in these so that they can drain, and then we went and got these things, which you can just put these in like certain types of pots, but I don't want the dirt to go straight through this because then it's gonna get the fence dirty, our porch floor. It's just gonna be messy, so I'm gonna line this on the bottom. So I'm gonna cut these up because these are obviously not the same size. Like that. I'm gonna take you through all of the herbs and plants that I got. I got rosemary, of course, probably my favorite herb because I make rosemary water all the time and I don't want to just buy rosemary from the store all the time. It's just like more convenient just to have it as a plant at this point. Lavender, of course. You can add that to herbal hair rinses. You can put it in baths. You can literally dry it out and it can just like smell good. Also, I love using lavender in tea. Speaking of tea, I got peppermint and mint. I also love putting in tea, and I also use mint in hair rinses. rinses, cilantro, sage, oregano, thyme. I like to use all of those for cooking. I use all of these all the time, so it's just more convenient to have them literally right on my porch. I can just go pick some if I'm cooking. And then I kind of know where they're coming from, and I know like how they're taken care of. I know I didn't spray anything harmful on them, you know? It just gives me peace of mind. And then I got a few flowers because I'm also going to be potting little pots on this like wooden thing that I have back here. I got these like long gardening gloves, but tell me that these aren't the cutest things ever. See, I like to have long ones because, you know, I've had it like go in, and you know, working with plants and stuff, the main thing I don't like is there's spiders. And our apartment complex for some reason has a lot of spiders. And this is like a bigger chance of spiders not touching me. Okay, let's get started. Don't have a shovel, just use a big spoon. I know what all the plants look like, but I'm gonna save one of these for each herb and stick it in just to have them all labeled. Next, we got oregano. I really didn't know how amazing oregano was, but I saw this TikTok and it was this girl just like teaching people about herbs, and I found out like oregano is still used in other countries to like cure infections and stuff. And I'm pretty sure she said in like somewhere in Europe that oregano is prescribed to cure coughs and stuff, like throat stuff. And I was like, I'm gonna need that in my herb garden. One side we have oregano, and I think the other side I'm gonna do thyme. Thyme and oregano done. So now we have mint, and I'm gonna be doing mint and our peppermint. Mints are done. So now I'm doing cilantro. Now going in with sage. I still have to pot my basil plant. Putting the full basil plant just in one because I might add to it and I want it to grow more. The only thing I think of whenever I see these, I forget their name, but if you watch the movie Coraline, when she's in the garden and they look exactly like this, but they're like little dragons. Every single time I see these, that is what I think of. And that is why I wanted them, because Coraline was probably one of my favorite movies growing up. So I'm just potting all of these, and then they have little hooks, and then I'm going to hang them up on what we hung up on the wall the other day. My upstairs neighbors are probably the most annoying people ever.
my goodness. Oh.
I'm gonna link everything I used down below, just in case if any of you guys want to do this. The pots that I found are literally like the cutest rustic pots ever. I'm at a point in my life where I just want to like grow all of my own stuff and live in the middle of nowhere and have my own farm, but I'm incapable of doing that at the moment and don't know if I can take the step to do that because I'd have to like move away from family. I go back and forth between being like a city girl and wanting to live in the middle of nowhere, so you know, I just don't know what I want in life, so I'm trying to figure that out. But I know I want plants and I want to grow my own stuff, so obviously in apartments it's hard, but I thought making this video would be kind of fun to show you guys how I accomplish having plants living in an apartment complex. I've never seen a video like this before, and I feel like this could be really helpful because my age demographic that watches me is like my age, and you know, most of us aren't going out and like buying a house right now. We're either living with parents or living in an apartment. So I just wanted to show you guys how I have a little garden in an apartment. I did hang up my hanging plants. This one that I'm going to show right here. This is my new favorite plant. I want to fill my entire apartment with them. I don't know what it is. It just makes me feel like I'm a fairy in a garden. I love them so much. Hung up the new succulent hanging plant that I got outside. I have one more pot hanging on the fence that I don't have full yet, but I'm probably going to fill it with parsley and lemongrass because I don't have those. I don't know how I forgot about parsley. Happy spring. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!
I don't know if you like the way I put my words together, but I need you to stick with me just like some birds of feathers.